if Jake catches him with something, he is 57.
Yeah, you just don't know. I've never seen a 57-year-old fighter up in the ring, against a strong guy, a strong bull like Jake Paul. So it's,
does he not have any talent?
Yeah, he's got some. But I'd like to say I'm beating him as fast as he's beating these taxi drivers, especially bare knuckle. I'll hurt him, and he'll cry and run away and cower in the corner in the fetal.
Before his bout with Jake Paul, boxing experts have begun to caution Mike Tyson, citing grave health risks. Andrew Ward recently discussed his thoughts on the impending fight with Fight Hub TV. "I don't know, man, it's a spectacle," Andrew Ward added. "I'll give it a look. I'm not sure." Mike Tyson is probably the 56 or 58-year-old that I'm not too concerned about, but he's dicey. I see people on both sides, so maybe he shouldn't be in there. Mike's life is in danger. Boxing is perilous now, just as it has been since Aid. Though he acknowledged Tyson's quest for a large paycheck, Ward voiced his hesitation about the match and thought back on Tyson's propensity for living dangerously. Ward is still unsure of his position on the subject. Ward added, "How are you going to tell a man that he's not Mike Tyson? Given his hardwired personality, it is truly unclear where I stand on this because you cannot tell him he has no chance in that fight. I'll give it a look." Andrew Ward said it would be interesting to watch how Jake Paul and his group are picking bigger names more and more in a calculated manner. He acknowledged hearing rumors but did not know anything about the circumstances. Ward added, "It's going to be interesting because Jake Paul and his team seem to be strategic and choose the right names, and he keeps picking bigger and bigger names. I've heard tales about it, but I don't know a lot about it. I hope that isn't the case. I adore both of them." Ward also conveyed his optimism that they will manage to work things out. He said that while many flaws can go unnoticed in a victory, they usually come to light in a defeat. Ward added, "I hope they can work things out." Ward continued, "But just as victories may hide a multitude of sins and issues, defeats can reveal a lot of things. I wouldn't be shocked or surprised because I understand how this game is played, but I sincerely hope that's not the case." In a recent conversation with Bellew, Mike Tyson's health was brought up in light of his unexpected and impending fight. Bellew was candid about his concerns about the impending tournament. "I was personally concerned about it," he continued, "but you have no idea what has been decided upon by the two. The thought of Mike Tyson facing off against a fighter over 30 years younger than him in a boxing ring is unsettling. It's a little bit crazy. There are rumors that the promoters are working to obtain formal permission from the Texas Boxing Commission to have the fight recognized as a professional fight. In the event that Tyson's electron and electrocardiogram tests yield unsatisfactory results, the fight could still be canceled. Tyson will be dangerously close to becoming the oldest professional boxer in history if he passes the exams and obtains a professional license." Tony Bellew added, "I hope this fight is a little bit staged, a little bit like a circus, because I wouldn't want to see Mike get hurt in any way, shape, or form. See what transpires. There is no one who can stop him from earning a huge amount of money, which he will receive." Controversial in every way, the clash promises an incredible show for fans everywhere. Jake, the notable 30-year age gap between Paul and the other fighters has drawn criticism, with bare-knuckle fighting championship star Mike Perry being the most recent to express his dissatisfaction. Perry, the champion bare-knuckle boxer, has threatened Paul with a street fight.
Jake Paul, man, if he hurts Mike Tyson, bro, let me get that, bro. And he's not coming to bare knuckle. That's the thing, though.
Right.
That's the thing, right?
You don't think he would do it?
These guys, so who wants to come bare knuckle with me? Shout out to MVP, man. We had a heck of a matchup. Heck of a fight.
Yeah, that was
I
fun.
loved that I could share that with him and
Yeah.
he could
Perry expressed to TMZ Sports his position on Paul, saying that he would want to confront Paul directly if Paul were to harm Mike. He conceded that although Jake might not be a bare-knuckle boxer, given Paul's history of accepting challenges that others might assume he's frightened of, he wouldn't be shocked if he did.
that people would say that he's afraid of and things like that. And that's partly what drew me to bare knuckle was that so many were worried about it or afraid of it. And I'm like, it seems real to me. So Jake, man, definitely issue you a challenge if you get through Mike Tyson. Test yourself for real and let's have a street.
Jake Paul was directly challenged by Perry, who said that if Paul wins over Mike Tyson, he should prove himself by accepting Perry's challenge to a street battle, which would put his skills to the test in a more genuine and unfiltered setting. According to another interview, Perry and Paul had previously participated in sparring sessions where the former UFC welterweight recognized the obvious skills the social media sensation possessed in the boxing ring. Jake, although he may possess a smaller amount, I would rather beat him as quickly as he beats these taxi drivers, with a specific emphasis on the bare knuckle. I hurt him, and he'll huddle in the corner like a baby, cry, and admit that the next fight might give him even more energy. Jake. Paul's notoriety and wealth. Oscar de la Hoya voiced doubts about Paul's dedication to the game. He thought Paul's decision to face Tyson compromised his hopes of winning a world championship.
Yeah, I just feel that, I mean, I grew up with Tyson, so it's to me, it's like, man, you know, hopefully stay safe.
Moreover, de la Hoya questioned how it would affect Jake Paul's career in the event that 58-year-old Tyson entered the ring. He stated that it wouldn't be risky for Tyson because, well, he's fought monsters in the ring. He still has a chin and can go 6, 7, or 8 rounds. I'm more worried about Tyson's legacy. In addition to being worried about the fight, Oscar de la Hoya was also worried about Tyson's health. He was worried that Paul would be able to knock Tyson out in the fight. He said, "You just don't know. I've never seen a 57-year-old fighter in the ring against a strong guy, a strong bull like Jake Paul. It will probably make Tyson sad. I hope he remains secure up there." And that's it. While acknowledging Jake Paul's potential as a future world champion, Oscar de la Hoya wasn't totally in favor of Mike being at risk during the impending fight. De la Hoya did not change his doubts.
I'm not sure how or which way it affects boxing, because I think a lot of eyeballs are going to be watching. And you know, it's like they say, right? I mean, hey, it's like, you know, good media or bad media, it's still media.
Michael Bisping, the former middleweight champion of the UFC, who is now a color analyst, did not take long to voice his displeasure with his recent remarks criticizing Jake Paul for taking on Mike Tyson. He added, "Nah, fair play to Tyson. I hope he makes a load of dough, but what self-respecting fighter seeks out a contest with a 57-year-old legend when they are in their absolute prime? Make money, fair play, but stop with the alleged boxer talk without intending to criticize harshly." Bisping said, "You should be ashamed of yourself, and the biggest joke is you don't even slightly realize why." Bisping also criticized the decision to pursue a fight with a 57-year-old legend like Tyson, especially when one is in their prime. According to Bisping, the pursuit of these matchups goes against the core principles of what it means to be a boxer. He continued by saying that Netflix predicts it will be a big hit. Everyone will become wealthy, but when does a youngster who has amassed significant wealth have the right to attempt to get respect as a fighter? To not hate would be to go against the meaning of the term fighter. It is clear that Bisping disagrees with Paul, and his viewpoint is merited. There is truth to the claims made by Bisping, and he is not alone in his opinions. A number of other UFC competitors also chimed in to question Paul. Renato Mono has tweeted several times about the impending fight, showing that he is really concerned for Tyson's welfare. "Man, we fight fans should riot because Jake Paul is truly battling Mike Tyson," he tweeted. Furthermore, Renato tweeted about his aspirations to become one of the best boxers of all time. A YouTuber can kill a legend in the ring during in a ring, which is a rather weird period. Alan Jubin is deeply concerned about Tyson. "What world are we living in?" he tweeted. "Jake constantly claims to be making boxing great again and helping UFC athletes with their pay, but in reality, all he does is try to take advantage of the more experienced fighters. Respect for boundaries that should not be crossed is faded." Furthermore, doctors strongly advise Mike Tyson to think twice before agreeing to fight Jake. Paul brought up worries in a recent piece regarding possible internal bleeding that could worsen and result in a cardiac catastrophe. Physician Stephen Hughes shared his opinions on the various hazards that Tyson faces in his rematch battle. According to him, the brain tends to lose volume as people age, lengthening the bridging veins and increasing their susceptibility to rupture. Confusion results from a collection of blood that presses against the brain as a result of the bleeding from these ruptured veins. A loss of consciousness, brain damage, and occasionally even demise. At Anglia Ruskin University, Hughes is a senior lecturer in medicine. He has expressed deep concerns about Tyson's vulnerability to cerebral vein rupture and has been harboring serious doubts about his health. He added that alcohol was another factor contributing to the danger of this battle, considering Tyson's record. Alcoholism, he noted, is known to hasten brain shrinkage, and Tyson seems to have a history of this risk factor. It is important to remember, though, that Rafael Cordo, Mike Tyson's trainer, has allayed concerns about his brain injury and stated that he is a skilled fighter and shouldn't need any further training.
You are back, and I see you on these viral videos, my friend. It's a crazy thing to see. So could I ask, from your perspective, how did it all come together, being a part of this particular camp for you and Mike together?
For me, it's like a dream come true. I'm a blessed guy. I have worked with the guys, and I have worked with a lot of champs for all my career, as you know. And now I have a pleasure to train one more idol.
In addition, Rafael Cordo assured supporters that Tyson was safe. Nikisa Badarian, along with Jake Paul, the co-founder of MVP, he has come forward to address the circulating speculations regarding the rules for the much-awaited bout between Paul and Tyson Badarian. They have attempted to provide clarity in the face of fan and media uncertainty and rumors.
Breaking news! There is no news. Stop spreading fake news. There's no truth to all this stuff around Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. Here's what is true. 1, Mike Tyson is in unbelievable shape and training like he hasn't in many, many years, and it's looking scary for Jake.
There will be no headgear warning during the fight, as Darian underlined, as that is the only aspect that has been established thus far. He did, however, clarify that there are still some details to be worked out regarding the rule set, specifically on whether the fight would be considered an exhibition or a professional fight. The fight is still viewed as a celebration of Tyson's continuing appeal by some in the boxing world, while others regard it as a warning against prioritizing show over substance. That concludes today's video. Please remember to hit the belly button, subscribe, and give a like if you enjoyed it, so you don't miss any of our future videos.